Welcome to No Theoretical Biases, Angels and Aboleths. I am your DM, Will. For my fun fact for today, the entire crew, except for Dustin because he's not here. Oh, I forgot to edit your name over here. This is Leaf, Alric, and Sentinel. Um, really quick, you're not Ulrich. Here, I'm going to take away the names for today. Sorry, folks. You're losing your names. You'll get them back later. I promise. I'm just gonna hide them because it's a lot of work to do the names. Okay, yeah. So we have new characters today. They're gonna introduce themselves, and I will go ahead and say that that's my fun fact for today. We're playing new characters. It's gonna be fun. But why are we playing new characters, Will? Don't worry about it. You'll find out later. We'll start at the top. Hudson is actually at our top today. So Hudson, who are you playing?
Um, I'm playing a character named Luke Flume. You might be wondering to yourself, why are those names so similar? I don't know. Anyway, basically, my character is a trickery domain cleric. Um, he's a silly little elf guy, but his right eye is really messed up. It's just kind of like a void with a little white eye in the center. Basically, to sum it up really quickly, there's like another kind of like demon that like lives in front of him. If you've ever seen like Venom, that's kind of what it is. I did not know that it was like Venom until afterwards. So completely original OC, do not steal.
Okay, let's move down. Elijah, you're up next.
Okay, so the character I am playing today is Branch Fiddlesticks Redwood, Leaf's adoptive father. So Branch is a lot like Leaf, except in many ways, and he's not like Leaf in many ways. First of all, Branch is a gnome, so he is clocking in around like 3'6". Um, and is also a like Leaf, a outsider to the circle who married in after some call it him going crazy. He calls it an epiphany of like I just want to go live in the woods and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. And he is a abjurer wizard.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. We're moving down the line. Chris, who's your character? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So for this game, I am playing my new character, whose name is simply just Bark, where he is a Warforged druid. And what is his origin? I guess you will have to find out eventually.
Everyone will find out eventually. Um, okay, yeah, we are moving right along. We come back, a little bit of exposition here. Everyone's on the train, everyone's hanging out. You've had a great day, well, not a great day, a pretty hard day. Ulrich, immediately after stepping foot, having stayed up late last night was kind of crazy. He just goes to sleep. He passes out right in a chair. Um, but before he does, he makes sure to ask you guys to maybe take a little bit of a look around, but it seems like it is time for you guys to head to sleep. There's a steward. He pushes a cart down the thing, passes out a little bit of a late night snack, something for you to snack on, but also passes out some sleep masks and some other things to kind of just chill out and go to bed. There is
Can
a Ulrich didn't notice this, but there is a like sleeping section to your car. Every car has like a few chairs, but then also like a back storage section with beds above the storage area.
can Leaf put a sleeping mask on Beatrice?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, what's next? Oh, Kiva's here, by the way. Kiva's awake this time.
You
Um,
missed quite an adventure of dealing with the shape changers, I think, who are also on the train at this point. That we're supposed to figure them out. But I feel we're all feeling mighty tired.
you're muted, Hudson.
Well, you see, like Us elves, basically we have to take like a yearly rest. And that's just kind of what it was. Might have to do one again in a few days or something. I don't know. I'm just also shape changers. What?
I mean, that's explained to me. They very much I'm grasping, but they like to take the forms of other people. I almost had to. I had a crisis with 2 Alarics and 2 Sentinels, but we figured them out.
That's insane. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, it's about this time that you guys are kind of settling down, and as the rests begin to rest again, Sentinel just kind of doing random stuff. We cut to Leaf's dream. We see a tree blowing some leaves in the wind, and we hear a voice saying, "You're well on your way. Good job. I always knew you could do it." Is
Gold
there
star.
any reaction that you say or anything that you're doing?
What's who? Do I recognize the voice?
It is well, I don't know. What does Fiddlestick's voice sound like?
You know, Old Man McGucket.
Sure.
It's like something like that. Not as bad, and I will not be doing that voice, but to spare everyone. But I am. It's like that, but like not as like heavy and insane.
Well, it's a little bit of a softer tone than his usual tone, and he says, "You'll find the work that I've done, and just head to the Planar Mansion. I know you're on a mission, but head to the Planar Mansion. You'll find your answers."
Um, I think Leaf tries to. If he has something to write it down on, he's trying to write down the words "Planner Mansion."
A like a quill and a little bit of like papyrus randomly come out and spawn, and you're like writing on this old, for some
Backwards.
reason it's old. It's like, yeah, it's like really weird. It's not paper like usual, and stuff is just weird, and then the dream is warping, and then it's a cloudy day. There's thunderstorm, and the forest has spawned in front of you. It's like out of nowhere. It's a raining, heavy forest rain, lightning striking, and it's a lot like the day that you left. Except it's raining and storming. It wasn't raining and storming the day that you left. It was just like a normal day.
That's peculiar.
If you Are you doing anything in this forest?
Am I? Do I know this forest?
In front of you is what appears to be the path that you took away from the mountain.
Oh, then I'm going to. Is there like a path behind me, or is it just woods? Do I have like? Does it seem like I have?
As you turn around, you see the mountains that you once called home, except it's not correct. It's a volcano. And atop this volcano is a woman. And the woman is chanting something. You're seeing lights, you're hearing screams of people, but above all, you can just see this woman, a large figure with what appear to be floating objects around her, um, books and papers, just chanting and moving her hands around this orb.
Um, that's. I think I'm gonna make my way towards that. Then that seems like a good old time.
As you do, the mountain just continues you start walking, right? You're walking at first, and the mountain doesn't seem to be getting any closer. The path doesn't seem to be shortening, and it's the same trees over and over. And you start running because you think maybe I can outrun this, but the change is not there. You can hear your family crying out now. The sounds are louder. It's a cacophony of screams and agony, and you are jolted awake. Now,
Was this
Fiddlesticks.
my adoptive family or my birth
No,
family?
no, your birth family.
Okay.
Okay, now describe what it is like for Fiddlesticks to wake up. one day?
So Fiddlesticks is usually he has a bed, but he doesn't sleep in. Usually he falls asleep at his desk where he just tinkers and stuff like that. Um, and how he sleeps is he pull the little gnome hat, the pointed one.
Yes.
He pulls it over his eyes and falls asleep head on his work desk.
Okay, so he wakes up inside the gnome hat. Does he pull it off?
Yeah, he pulls it off. It's usually his go-to when he wakes up.
Okay. Here's my question for you. What are you working on?
He If you would ask Fiddlesticks, he has no idea what he's working on. Usually the idea comes to him as he's making it.
Hmm.
He likes to build up and then define. He mainly likes to create rather than create for purpose.
Interesting. Okay. Um,
But
yeah.
it's like kind of like a clockwork kind of like device kind of thing. Very like steampunky.
Well, you've been invited. You have this invitation pinned to your desk when you wake up. It wasn't there when you went to sleep. And it's a very regal letter with a large D on a red wax seal.
All right. I open the letter.
It says you have been cordially invited to oh, I did not come up with a name for this village. You have been formally invited to the Daniel Manor. Below you will see instructions to the local village a as well as the keyword to enter the manor. We are having a soiree. Please wear your most formal attire, but
Oh
also
no.
please bring your adventuring gear. Signed. Hold on. Let me turn this on. I need to have their names here. Signed, Ronald and Rebecca Daniels.
So I think Fiddlesticks is like starting to come to the realization that I don't really have any formal attire. He just usually he's part of a druid village. He doesn't have much formal clothes. Um, Mostly he wears just his like magic work and stuff, like where he works on like some of his abjuration magic. But I guess
Okay.
maybe he tries to like maybe put like flowers on his gnome cap or something like that. Maybe like a like a corsage.
Absolutely. Um, Waiting outside for you is a horse, and it seems that all you would have to do is just tell this horse where to go, and it'll go.
All right.
Or you just tell this horse to go, and it'll take you there.
Alrighty. This is an out of character question, but would my family have adopted a leaf yet?
I would say Leaf is not a thing yet. Leaf hasn't
Okay.
come down.
Okay. So then I have to say goodbye to the wife. And then tell her what's going on, and then I get to the horse and tell her to head to the place I was mentioned in the letter, the village.
Okay, yeah. You head out. It's not abnormal for you to leave for clients or for whatever you need to do to make some money. Yeah, and you head out. All right, we're gonna cut to Luke. Luke, what does it look like when you wake up?
When Luke wakes up, it's a dimly lit like shack, not too deep in the woods, but like kind of not far from society, but like a walk from society. There's not much in the room, honestly. The lights aren't usually on. Um, yeah, that's basically like it.
You wake up and you does Luke drink?
Yeah.
You're hungover, and you had a great time last night, but you were by yourself, so it's weird that there's a horse outside, and it's weird that like your room is as clean as it can be when you don't really have anything around. Um,
Yeah.
it's cleaner than usual, and do you have a desk or like a nightstand?
Yeah, I have like a desk like with papers sprawled out all over it.
On your desk is what's your favorite type of drink?
Luke's favorite drink is probably gonna be like a Russian vodka.
It's a nice, large Russian vodka with a uh, wax sealed letter on top of it. It is
Uh,
still corked, by the way.
yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna like look. I'm gonna examine the bottle first, and then I'm gonna look at the letter.
So I don't know if you guys know anything about alcohol. I don't know too much about alcohol, but I do know that if it's nice, it's really nice. And so it's the good stuff. Comparison, it's the goldfish of cheese crackers. So
Not the cheese it.
not the no cheese it goldfish of the goldfish, right? Like it's the main man. If you get anything
Okay.
else, it's weird.
It is the
Um,
smells back.
it's the goldfish or the goldfish. So it's good stuff, and it's your favorite brand too, like favorite type. Um,
Weird.
and do you open the letter?
Yeah, why the hell not? If they know my beer, they probably know something's up.
It says Luke had a great time last night. Was good getting to know you. You should stop by our house sometime. It's gonna be a chill little shindig. Promise not too many people. And then it has they go, oh, and the horse awaits. Yeah, this isn't me asking.
But I thought I partied alone. Did I party alone last night?
You think
Or
you
do I
partied
not
alone last
remember?
night. You don't remember anyone else.
Oh my god. I
Could be
think
the voices in your
I
head.
think yeah, could be the voice in my head. But I think I'm just gonna try to like sober myself up as quickly as I can and just like look at the horse outside.
Okay. You look at the horse outside. It appears to have and this is strange. It appears to have blinders on, but the blinders are like glass. So it almost seems like that this horse is gonna know exactly where it's going as soon as you get on top of it.
Weird. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go back into my like my little she shed, my little shack. I'm gonna like put on like a trench coat or whatever the hell else I would own, and just like hop on the horse.
Okay. Um, yeah, and you hop on and go out. Bark. How are you waking up in the morning, or how are you powering on, I guess? What are you doing that's like different from your rest?
Um,
We'll just play along because this might be a little bit different than what you're planning. Where Bark, more or less as usual, opens his eyes up while lying flat backed on the forest floor.
Flat backed on the forest floor, you wake up. Everything's usual, nothing's out of the ordinary. But there doesn't appear to be any noise. Normally, this is a druid. Normally, there's some sort of natural noise that comes about. There's birds chirping, there's some bush rustling, water running, wind blowing, but none of that is happening. You standing up?
He's probably gonna bend at the waist first, and then like exactly like 90 degrees, and like start spinning his head, looking
Well,
around.
thank God you did, because 5 seconds later, you hear a caw from a bird, and you hear a splat as right where your head was, a little bit of bird poop is just sitting on the ground, and it's pretty gross, and it's pretty bad. However, from that, you see a bird swoop down and perch up on your shoulder. It has a little letter with a wax seal attached.
So Bark will turn his head uh, to look at the bird and then reach for the letter attached to it.
Okay, it says, Bark, you should be close by, but just in case, uh, let us know if you need some sort of transportation. This bird will take any letter you need back. Um, it says, bring your most formal, bring your most formal attitude. Um, it doesn't say but it's like bring your most formal dot 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 attitude. We're having a bit of a get together. We do need you there. Um, and it says signed the Daniels family, and then there's a little bit of a subheader, Magic Internals Affairs Officers. But yeah, you can send this bird back if you would like a ride, but you you know of this manor, you know of the Daniel Manor, or the Daniels Manor. You know of it, you know where it is. It's actually probably really close by. Probably about a day's walk if you need it at max.
Mark is probably going to walk.
Sounds good. Yeah, the bird takes off and heads about in the same direction that you start walking. And you all are walking, 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 or you are. The rest of you hop on your horses. You're having a pretty good, grand old time there. Nothing is out of the normal. Um, it seems like an average day. Um, there are deer every now and then, some animals that you see out and about. Um, nothing that would. Sorry, I'm changing the map here if you're looking at the maps. Um, nothing that would make you think anything is out of the ordinary. Um, you get to the manor, which, for everyone's understanding here, the manor is in this area near a small village. And this village looks exactly like what our characters would today. Sorry, it's not run down like this. It's all fixed up. Um, what our characters would today say is Lallam Cove. And the Daniel Manor that you guys have been invited to appears to be here.
Is that the mayor's house?
Our current players would recognize that as the Kirschwood Manor.
So why did it change? Did it just change ownership?
No, okay, so it's not the same place as Lallam Cove. Lallam Cove was a dedicated spot on the map. This is different location, north of the forest instead of west of the forest, right? So just so everyone knows, different location, but still like similar layout, exactly the same. So yeah, I'd say, strangely enough, Bark gets there first. Bark, what do you do?
I think Bark is just gonna probably look around, as he's not much of a city folk.
Well, there appear to be some vendors in the middle of the street. There appears to be a temple to Lathander, in the bottom. It appears to be a like smaller temple, relatively mostly monks, not really probably any paladins or any priests, more of a brotherhood. You do see that there's some shopkeepers. There's a bartender who apparently seems to be pretty chill. He's a pretty hippie guy. He says you can pay whenever you need to, but it does appear that the sheriff will he's pretty intense. Um, will get you if you don't pay. But yeah, you head to the Daniel Manor. You've been here before, not really because you know them, but because you have been here at some point, um, because they have invited you before. Now, when you went last time, it was abandoned, which was strange, but now it appears to be vibrant. You can enter now. There appears to be a man at the front door dressed in a full tuxedo, with white gloves and a very pristine look and a single eyeglass. He immediately sees you and says, "Bark, welcome. You may now enter. I apologize about the last time the masters invited you."
He will probably enter.
Okay. You enter to find well, do we have, hold on, did I ever, where did we put did we just draw their houses? Is that how we did it? Or did I do a wood floor house? Yeah, okay. You enter to find, a house much like this. Um, the key differences being that it appears to be not filled with dead people, firstly. Secondly, you find that the lineage of the long family tree that our characters would have recognized is very short. It's just two people. It appears to be a married couple with no children, very young, um, with little accolades. But you do see a Baker of the Year award, and you see a Master Architect's recognition award. Um, Then the stairs are kind of roped off by a quick little rope there, so it appears that they don't want you to go upstairs. But the downstairs is popping. There appear to be 10 or so people here. You quickly recognize that it is a catered event, um, and the main people here appear to be Daniel and Rebecca, or sorry, not Daniel, Rebecca, and I always forget his name. Ronald and Rebecca Daniels. Um, they immediately greet you. Ronald goes in for a handshake and Rebecca a hug. Are you reciprocating these?
Probably not.
Okay.
At least
Seeing that,
not in. He's not like intentionally not doing it. It's just that it's not something he does.
yeah. So they go in for it. You kind of get hugged and you get your hand shaken. Um, and from there they go, welcome, welcome. We've been waiting for you. Um, We understand it's a bit strange to be invited to a house, not to meet anybody there. We accidentally sent you the wrong location. Uh, as you may as you may know, we are from Magic Internal Affairs. We are officers there, and you yourself being a well inherently magical being, we have a few questions for you and a few well, yeah, just a few inquiries. If you would, yeah, sit in the living room. We're not going to really talk shop today. We'll just ask you about yourself. Feel free, and that kind of points you to the living room where there appear to be a few other people, and they go to the door again to greet their next guest, who is, drumroll please, Luke. Luke, you've shown up. You're at the house. It seems kind of weird. There's a butler out front. He asks you to come inside. Um, and yeah, you meet the Daniels. They do the same thing. She goes in for a hug and him a handshake. Are you reciprocating?
Sure.
Yeah. They go, apologies. It may be strange that we invited you here today, but we thought we just had to. We've heard of, well, we had a great time last night, first of all. Thank you for inviting us. Um, Second of all, seeing how we have become such fast friends, we thought it would be good to go ahead and invite you in on our little secret. Please join us in the living room. We're soon to make an announcement.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Um, and he pulls you aside, Ronald does, and he says, "Is our mutual friend going to be joining?"
I mean, I can't uninvite him if I tried.
He laughs and he pats you on the back. He said, "That's what you said last night," and points to the living room. Um, then we hear another knock on the door, and Fiddlesticks has arrived.
I think before the door opens, he's trying to dust off like any kind of dirt or like soot, anything from his work off his
Yeah,
like apron.
I'd say you're relatively clean as Fiddlesticks can be. Um, but you come back and you're here, and they go in for the hug and the handshake, and they go, we really liked that one invention that you had. What was it? What was your most recent invention?
Uh, Nothing too crazy, just something to help project my my ward magic.
Right,
Used it to
exactly. And those,
help my family.
when amplified, we could take those here, and Ronald is an architect here, and he's able to take that, and he's able to then project and like really get his own wards and stuff like that. But for him, it's more of building ideas, plans, what he can do. it's a very interesting concept. Thank you for your work. We wanted to invite you here today a little bit out of intellectual curiosity and respect for who you are. We have an announcement in the living room if you would care to join us.
Alrighty. Uh, does I'm gonna pull out my pipe and just get that going. It's
Yeah,
been a long journey.
you pull out your pipe. You guys are all seated in the living room. There appear to be 3 or 4 large couches, a few chairs. Everyone's seated kind of in their own respective areas. You can tell 3 or 4 people know each other over here, 3 or 4 people know each other over there. And there's you guys, kind of all seated out separately. And Rebecca and Ronald step into the room with an applause from the other people in the room. Are you guys clapping?
Uh, might as well.
Yeah.
Probably not.
They're all like, yeah. Well, thank you, folks. For those of you who don't know, Ronald and I. This is Rebecca. She goes. Ronald and I have have done it. We've officially linked the great houses with our portal technology. Um, Thanks to the work of all of you here, we've been able to complete it. Now, a few of you may not understand how exactly you've helped in this, and that's why we are here today. Our portals have the ability to link two spaces, two places together. Not necessarily congruent in space, time, or dimension, but through two different realities. It's the math may trouble a few of you, and they look kind of at Luke over there, and they're like, the math may trouble a few of you, but for a few of you might understand it. Um, Truly, it's been the work of Mr. Fiddlesticks over here um, that really put us over the edge. Uh, we we would like to thank you all by having you participate in the first ever testing of our portals.
I think after like they point me out, I'm just like do like a little like coy like hello, and then I'm gonna probably take out a book and see if I can do some of the own calculations in my head to be like, wait, is this safe? Did they do enough?
Yeah, so they motion to you to the upstairs stairwell, except they pull a lever and it shifts to the other side. It's on the left hand side. It shifts to the right, and you see a stairwell going downstairs now. And the other guests proceed, and Rebecca and Ronald kind of clasp you on the back as you're making your calculations. Is everyone going down the stairs to go look?
Sure.
I mean, I came
Okay.
all this way. Why not?
Mark's just gonna follow everybody else, not knowing anything that is happening.
Okay. We come to a large portal room in a very cavernous looking area. And there appear to be 3 portals. And they go, okay, we have linked these to the great houses. The 2 on the sides will take you to Kirschwood Manor. Well, one will take you to Kirschwood Manor, one will take you to Antia House, and the third one, it's just a fun little pop in, pop out. It takes you about 10 seconds into the future.
The future.
Well, yes, we wanted to show you that not only could you travel through space, but you could travel through time.
Traveling 10 seconds in the future is the same thing as going into the portal, waiting 10 seconds, and then just coming out, right?
Yeah. That's why it doesn't break time travel.
Fair
No.
enough.
Who's going through what?
I don't think I'm going through anything yet. Like,
I'm
I'm
going through
still,
that
like,
one.
hung over.
A very young elf runs through the 10-second portal. I'm going through that one, says a young lady who is partnering with him and runs through the Kirschwood Manor. She comes back a few seconds later and goes, wow, it really is Kirschwood Manor. The Kirschwoods were waiting for me on the other side. About 5 seconds after she says that, the young man pops out of the 10-second delay portal and says, I'm back. Wow, what's happened in 10 seconds? Have you gone through that portal yet? And she's like, oh, I already went through the Kirschwood Manor. And they're like laughing over the fact that he basically was gone for 10 seconds. Um, yeah, everyone appears to be using these portals, walking between them. The Wellmans say, we knew that we were heading to Wellman House anyways. It's been a pleasure. We've been here since the morning, setting up these portals. Thank you, folks. We will now be heading home. And they walk through their portal home.
I mean, if other people have done, my curiosity is definitely piqued.
Which one are you going through?
I think I'm going to start with the Kirschwood one. Because I don't know, even though they are new technology, I trust the one that doesn't send me forward through time.
Yeah, you go through that one. There appears to be a middle-aged couple on the other side, a man who is heavier set and a woman who's a bit thinner, and they appear to have a young boy in their arms. Um, and they look at you and they say, "Welcome to Kirschwood Manor. You are now in the town, thank you, of Lallam Cove. As much as it says cove, we are not a cove place. Um, yes, you have traveled approximately," and they look down and they go, "Well, quite a long distance. It would take you about 3 days on a horse to get here."
Hmm. Wow. Thank you for, well, I mean, a little bit of hospitality here.
Yes, no problem. Feel free to come back to Lallam Cove anytime. You'll find it very similar to the town you just left.
Thank you. And then I go back through.
Okay. Um, and everyone's just kind of messing around with the portals. And yeah, what are you doing anything, Branch? Or Bark? Sorry.
Probably not. He's just
Bark's just
trying to
kind of
like sit
standing there.
down and watch people just like go in and out of the portals.
So, Daniel, or sorry, his name's not Daniel. Monsieur Daniels comes up to you. Mr. Daniels comes up to you. Ronald does, and he says, "Is there anything you see?"
I see people. He's not talking to me, right?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
I see people coming in and out of a lot of portals.
What is the true purpose of these portals? Can you tell?
As he looks around. Nope.
Hmm, interesting. And then he leaves you and he says, "Well, everyone, thank you for showing up today. We wanted to go ahead and show you these this morning so that we could, well, really just properly introduce ourselves to you as Magic Internal Affairs. As you know, our patron has done a lot for us to be here. We are excited to open the Planar Manors. It is one thing for one of us to secure a portal, it is another for all of us to secure a portal. Um, Anyways, thank you all. And you see a lot of the more, you see basically everyone else leave through the portals. Um, and yeah, it's just you three alone now with the Daniels. And they look at you while you're here, and their faces kind of go from like welcoming party guests and stuff like that. They go kind of flat and they go, "Welcome, you three. As much as you have helped us with the information on who you are, you'd, there's a different reason for you being here. We cannot divulge exactly how we know you three, but we do know you three. Um, you have helped us before, and you will help us again. Um, you may not remember it because maybe it hasn't happened yet. But what I can say is there's a few things you need to know. Please follow me." And they motion upstairs.
Think Fiddlesticks is looking around kind of weird. But like he's gonna follow, but he is thinking, how do I get out of this? First of all, I want to go
Okay.
back home. I want a beer.
Well, they point upstairs. They take you, they close the stairwell again, and this time they go upstairs. And they remove the rope, and they tell the butler, "Please lock up, close all the windows, you know what to do." And he goes, "Yes." And he walks around, does all that. And they invite you into what we know to be the office. And in here, you find a very familiar scene. You see religious symbols all along. That's not the office. That's the torture room. You see, um, yeah, down and to the right. Yeah, there you go. You see religious symbols. You see medallions. It's very similar to what Sentinel, Kiva, and everyone saw that one day. You see a desk, but this time the papers aren't littered all over it. You see pinups pointing to different gods, and you see a giant pin from Asmodeus. It basically all points back to him. They look at you and they say, Well, does this office hold any significance for you three?
Do I recognize this at all?
No, no, this is all new. You don't know what's going on.
I
Is
mean,
it,
it looks nice.
just have to be frank with you. I can't recall any of this, or nor does this hold significance. I'm not a huge man of faith.
Interesting. And you see that Ronald writes that down in a little pad that he has, and he says, "You three. Well, there's four of you, but the fourth is currently away. His time will come soon. The three of you, for now, are our angels. You are our saviors. Um, you see, the planar manners is a quick method of transportation between the great houses, and it's a way to get from one place to another, to travel back in time. It's a wonderful technology. It's really wonderful, but we did not invent it. It was put in place by Mistra, and uh, she is. We have no idea why. We call ourselves Magic Internal Affairs, but really we are a few houses who know magic and who know the lore of how we came to be here and have just simply banded together. The gods have left us to die, to rot, to the wiles of those who would enslave us. Now, there were a few who fought for us, but the war is long, long past, and they would tell you that we won. But it appears that we may have lost in a few ways we never saw coming. Another war is on the horizon. And as I've said, you three are our angels. Um, we as much as we can mess with these portals, we are not the ones who created them. Um, we've researched them and we know how to replicate them, but we cannot do anything about the original portals. Um, we need your help, and we would like to know if you would be willing to help us. The first thing is, are you three okay with working with each other?
Uh, I think Fiddlesticks, he looks around and he's like, sure. I mean, I've met a person I haven't liked yet.
I look down at this like little gnome next to me, and I look to my other side to see this. I don't know how tall druid next to me, and I'm like, whatever.
Is Bark putting up a fight?
Not really. I'd like to note,
Okay,
he has an intelligence of 10.
okay. Yeah, they look at you and they go, okay, interesting. You'll meet your fourth, um, perhaps at the end of this journey. At least that's how you told us the story, anyways. Um, you you are headed to help defend one of the planar manors and one of the great families. We have lost contact with the Azumbito family. Um, they reside a little bit to our north and a little bit to our east in what you may know as the Protectorate City. They're outside of there. They reside in the swamp, so as to not attract attention. So they may operate in the city, but not necessarily have to get involved in the politics. You know how magic and politics can be. Well, man, I guess you don't. Well, that's where they live. Yes, we have a portal that leads to their home, but it has been shut off.
Hmm.
We have horses ready for you. Your objective is to arrive at their home and to turn on the portal. Now, there's a few ways you can turn on a portal. We have learned one way, and they hand you a crystal. They say you are to break this crystal in front of the portal, and it will alight a soul and fire the portal up. Um, this is a soul crystal that a has a once living soul inside of it. No, we did not kill anyone for this. Before you ask, um, this is something
Definitely sourced.
there. This is a finite resource that has been created once again by Mistra. How did she find this object? That's maybe why we internal affairs are here. Um, anyways, you have our authority to do anything. However, you are operating on an unofficial capacity. So, my angels, I need you to head out quickly. We can give you any gear that you need and any food. My wife here, and he pats his wife on the shoulder, is a wonderful cook and an even better baker. She has baked you, and he pulls up this thing. Some of her signature, some of her signature goods. What are you guys' favorite baked goods?
Ooh, that's a good question.
For
Luke
fiddlestick.
is a oh, Luke is a snickerdoodle fiend.
There's a snickerdoodle, like tons of them.
I think fiddlesticks with like pumpkin rolls, like pump logs.
There's a bunch of them.
Mm.
I dare you to ask Park again.
Bark, there's a bunch of energon. No, I'm just kidding. There's a bunch of random metal in there too. So a bunch of random metal stuff. That seems interesting, right? Except for the fact that it appears to be gallium, little cups of gallium.
He's probably gonna take one, and I'd say, at least on Park compared to Sentinel, he has a quote unquote mouth. So more or less, it's kind of like just inches open and just like drops in the metal and the glass.
Yeah, it's gallium, so it slides down, almost like it's liquid, and it's an interesting time, and no one knows where it goes. No one knows.
I think, fiddlesticks is fascinated by the inner workings of bark now.
Um, but yeah, and they kind of give you the basket, and they go, if you need rations or anything, it is a day's journey from here. Um, well, it's a day's journey from here on our horses. On any other, it might be 3, maybe 4.
Can I do an Arcana check on the horses?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
That's a 26.
Holy, okay. Yeah,
Damn.
you know that the horse's blinders appear to be magical. And the horses themselves have a faint magic about them.
Is it like a long strider on them or something like that?
So basically, you find that um, the glasses on them, you've seen time magic before. The glasses on them basically slow down the inner workings of the horse's body, its need for energy, its need for like food, stuff like that, but speed up its external processes like muscles, right? So it slows down the transfer of energy, but lessens the need for energy itself.
Okay.
So it's very interesting thing here. So they're able to basically run for a longer time without need for food, water, or anything like that, and they're also able to run harder than usual. So it speeds them up quite a bit. And then you find that the horses themselves are a little bit magical because they've been blessed.
Alrighty.
Can I go up to them and ask them like what do they mean by angels? Like I'm still very much confused with like
We
how you
we
know
have
us in the future and the past and
we have I can't. You told us not to tell you. Does that make sense?
no.
No,
No. Okay. How do I put this? How do I put this? I- If someone goes back in time and they tell you to do something, right? You do it, right?
I sure.
Now, our portals transfer you between time and space. So there's a million possibilities for how you got back in time. However, you told us to call you angels. You told us, well, I guess I can't tell you everything. But you said I could tell you that. What else did you say? Put you on this mission. Um, oh yeah, and your fourth one, he's coming later because of if he doesn't do this one thing, yeah, that's it. That's all I can tell you.
Hmm.
Was it us directly or a different iteration of us?
No, it was you. It was you three. You seemed a little older, but it was you three. And well, I guess a fourth of you as well. There's a fourth.
He Branch is thoroughly confused. He's like, what? I tell myself everything. I sing in the shower. Like we.
I would never call myself an angel. It's not me.
I mean,
Well,
I think. Do
gather
we
this.
need any gear?
Do you need any gear?
Like Fiddlesticks has everything he usually has. Like his focus, his bag that has his like arcane ward, like little like tinkering thing.
Well, if you have everything, you can be on your way then.
Right.
I mean, all right.
Oh, sorry, we forgot to do this. You said to open this door, and they opened the door to what our characters would know as a torture chamber. And guess what? It's a nice little lounge. It has a little bookshelf, little fireplace. They said you told us to make sure that you guys knew that we weren't going to kill you or something.
Hmm.
I think I get this. I think I understand what's going on. Okay, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know about the Legend of Zelda lore?
Not
Real
much,
quick.
like very little.
Okay, so the main thing is in every game you're playing a character named Link, but it's not the same Link, but it's like the same reincarnation of this hero.
Okay.
Is that what's going on, or was it actually us going back in time?
I can't tell you.
I don't like this. I mean, there no way to find out, but actually getting our hands dirty.
Yeah, I guess we gotta play through the present.
Anyways, um, well, if you would all be going now, that would be appreciative. We don't want to wait too long, or you know what'll happen. So,
No, no, I
oh,
don't.
we forgot. Sorry, it's so weird going from the saviors who know everything to you guys. Anyways, please be on your way, and they let you get on the horses.
All right, to this house then.
You
Yeah,
go ahead.
On the way, I'm gonna see if I can communicate with Bark, cause like, Bark? Do you speak common? Do you speak?
Yes, Dark
Okay.
speaks.
Just gonna. I think Felix can just be asking about your inner workings mainly, if you want to divulge. He is.
And he's
y-
probably gonna give you the exact same answer for all of them. He has absolutely no idea.
Hmm. I think then he's gonna start maybe jotting down some notes about ideas and how it runs.
It's like
Like,
for this and
what does
that.
Bark look like physically?
At least in my mind, he is a warforged under somewhere under 6 foot, uh, covered in. So he has like a main, like almost like a metal exterior, covered in bark, dirt, vine, leaves, almost everything in the forest. Where if you just like lie down, he would just absolutely blend in with the floor
Hmm. Does it look like the plants work in tandem with the mechanics?
a little bit.
So now, yeah, so he's just fascinated.
Interesting. So yeah, you guys are on your way. You're well within your way. You pass through. You pass through the gates of the walled city. It doesn't appear to be anything special. It's basically just you enter this gate, and through the gate you see two walls on either side of you that pass through what appears to be a city above you, with large bridges and all sorts of different connecting things above you. But you are currently going through this one straight path that leads from one gate to another gate, and you are out, and your horses
Hmm.
are in full stride into the swamp. But full stride is not really a long stride in the swamp. But your horses are, well tempered, and we've talked about their magical benefits before. So, oh, sorry, apology about my mic. But yeah, we've talked about that, and you are in the swamp now, and you come across this home. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
Right.
Also, what are your passives?
my
Uh,
like perception,
Yeah,
13.
passive perception.
my
I have a
passive.
passive. I'm 15.
Is that passive or your initiative?
I got a 24, nat 20 on my initiative, and my passive is 15.
Okay.
My passive perception is 12, and I got a 19 on initiative.
My passive is 13, and I got a 14.
Okay. And what did you say you got on initiative, Branch?
Oh, I got 19.
Oh shoot. Okay. Dang, you guys are getting high initiative rolls.
Plus 2 dex.
And okay. Yeah. Then you all will get one turn extra here. Yeah. Before you know it, you are on this home, but you notice something different. Who had the highest passive perception?
I have a 15. I think that's the
Yeah, I think
highest.
mine
That's the
was 12.
highest.
You see smoke rising from this house from the chimney. That's wonderful. But you see a few other pillars of smoke rising from around the house, and you see small little campfires in the distance as you approach.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
nothing seems to be of danger right now, so I think
Luke, you're first to
Fiddle.
react.
I mean, do the fires is the smoke straight up, or is it like angular
Straight
as if
up.
it's moving?
Straight up. But you're at a distance now that you can see the building, but you can't see the base of these fires. You can really just see like the smokes and like a little bit of the light.
If I had to just assume that there's a lot of fire, I'm assuming that there's a village being burnt down right now. Like that's my assumption.
Okay. Are you doing anything to get there faster? Well, how many d20s is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Are you doing anything to get there faster, or
I mean, that's just like that's just my guess. I'm not fully sure if that's actually the case. Maybe it's a camping ground,
okay?
but like I'm not sure.
So you're not reacting, Branch?
I think I'm gonna keep going because, like, I don't know, could just be normal people. And so
Okay.
I'm just gonna maybe see if ask for directions to the house.
Okay. So you keep going. Bark, are you reacting at all?
Yes, within his mind, he thinks pretty lights.
Okay. And then as you get close enough, you see these small figures huddled around these campfires. And you've gotten within shot of them now, and you hear from the closest campfire to you, because it's campfire. Hold on, let me go ahead and get a map going here. Open map browser, basic maps. Oh wait, I have new maps. Oh, that's epic. Sorry, I got this like free stuff because they gave away some free stuff for Christmas. So that's pretty cool. Okay, you guys, we're moving to this map here. So yeah, you see some campfires here. It's like you see a campfire probably here, and you're still probably like 3 or 4 of these maps away from the house. You see a campfire here, you see a campfire here, and then it goes up, and then up above you see like it's kind of like a ring around the house, right? Like, I'm just showing like you a little bit of a mini map here. This is what you can see, and then the house is like there. But then it does this. Like that.
And those are all campfires?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's a party.
There's some like ritual stuff going on down there.
So yeah, then you come to this closest campfire, and you see these small... Actually, go ahead and give me some perception checks.
Oh boy.
24. That's crazy.
So it's a natural. That's pretty cool.
Oh boy. Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check on anyone who succeeded above a 15.
Oh, I mean the natural. I got natural 1 will.
Oh yeah, nice.
I got a 3 on my nature check.
Okay, is Bark...
But I got a
what'd Bark
24
get?
on my perception.
What did Bark end up getting?
7.
Okay, so you know these to be fish people. They're little tiny
People?
fish people. Except these people are like... Hold on. How tall are these things? These people are like barely less than... They're like 3 feet high.
Right.
No, so they're little
And-
fellas.
And so you see this initial fire here, and there are 6 of them, and they immediately see you. And yeah, they... Go ahead and place your characters down. You guys are on horses. I'd say you're probably like this distance away over here. You see where I am? This little red dot over here.
No.
You're over here.
Oh,
You're
oh,
over
yeah.
here. Okay. And Luke, you're first to react. You see 6 fish people holding hooks, clamps, and all sorts of like spears, nets, all sorts of stuff.
Right. Do they seem like they saw us, right?
Yeah, they see you, and they turn to look at you,
Okay.
and they pull out their spears and their hooks.
Can we am I able to tell whether or not they're like attacking or like gonna attack if provoked?
One of them saw you, grabbed his spear, and is holding it like this.
That's pretty damning.
Right. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna shield of faith myself real quick before we get into like anything crazy.
Okay.
What's your
You do
AC?
With that, it'll be 19.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You shield of faith yourself, and then do you have anything else?
Do I have any bonus actions? No.
Okay. Do you want to use your move action at all? Hold on. I'll go ahead and get some. There's 5 of them.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get these
far are
out
we
just
from
to
that?
have them on the board really quick.
Okay, most of my spells are good at a distance, so I'm just gonna stay here. Maybe I'll go like I'll move like 5 forward.
Okay. Yeah, so you move 5 forward, and yeah, it is. They seem pretty angry. Let's see who's up next. Branch, you're up next.
All right. So are they speaking in a language that I probably don't know?
Yeah. Do you speak? Do you speak What language do they speak? Oh, do you speak Undercommon?
I do not speak Undercommon.
Then no.
All right, then I'm gonna cast Comprehend Language
Okay.
and see what they're just trying to say before we
All
go
right.
in.
They are saying stuff like surface dwellers. They look just like the family we ate. And stuff like throw your spear at them now.
I'm like, okay, so they're definitely trying to attack us.
Okay.
It's like, well, it's like, we know what we do with fish, we catch and release, trying to drop a little humor.
What's next? Do you have anything else?
I am gonna, since I only have a 12 AC, I'm gonna
Wait, you only have a
position,
12 AC?
yeah, I'm a
Okay,
wizard.
can I like take that Shield of Faith and put it on him?
I'm sorry, you already used it. You remember you
Okay.
will get a turn before they roll. They're rolling into the initiative at the end of this turn. So you
Okay.
might still have time. You rolled really well.
Oh.
You got 24.
Will, I'm sorry, could I say I cast that as a ritual, or was it not enough time?
Not sure, that's
Ritual
fine.
takes 10 minutes.
Ritual takes 10 minutes. I
Yeah.
would say you're starting to cast it now and you're catching keywords like sacrifice, 8.
Okay, then if okay, so I'm gonna gleam the same thing, but
Yeah, you're
I'm
basically
then
doing
gonna
the same thing.
okay, then I'm going to cast a cantrip. I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
Does that have the range I'm hoping?
It is not a cantrip.
Ray of Sickness is, oh yeah, it's not, my bad. Let me just check the ruler.
Love new characters. This is always the best.
Yep, 40 feet. Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will it hit? Does a 13 hit? I swear.
On these boys, yes.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, they're gonna be taking 12 poison damage, and they're poisoned.
Holy,
I believe.
12 poison damage and it's poisoned. Okay. Hold on, does it have any? No, it doesn't. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, 12 poison damage and it is poisoned. What does the poison effect do again? Do you know?
I think it gives them like disadvantage on some things.
Okay.
No, I just need to quickly check. Sorry.
As
Come on.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
That sounds good. Yeah, so you do that to the which one? Highlight which one. Or just point out
This
which one.
fella right here. Do you see?
No. Okay, that one. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you hurt him and he goes Scabadara. And he is clearly upset and he had his net out, but he's getting ready with his spear now. Bark, your allies seem to be readying to fight. What are you doing?
I think Bark is probably going to do something simple, where he's probably going to cast, well, seeing as his people he's with are starting to fight, he will probably start to fight as he casts Frostbite on this one,
Okay.
and it's a. Let me just. Actually, I can't really click the button because it's a Constitution saving throw for them.
Okay,
Of
Constitution
13.
saving throw of 13. Okay, yeah. Wait, does he make it a disadvantage because of the poison effect?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he
Well, it says
fails.
ability checks are a disadvantage.
Well, still, he failed the first time anyways. Yeah, he
Okay.
fails.
And then then he's gonna take 1/6 cold damage. Wait, no, I attacked the one that's not poisoned.
Yeah. Oh, well, he failed on the first roll, so. I just was like, is he gonna crit fail? um,
Okay, so he
okay.
takes 3 full damage, and now he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Oh, sounds good. He seems to freeze up a little bit, not really, but you can hear like a little crisp. Um, okay. They are now going to roll to enter the initiative.
I'm so sorry if I don't have my spells 100% ready. I am not used to this.
You're good. So they're gonna come in at the end of the next round. They all rolled lower than you guys. Okay, Luke, you get another round.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon,
Okay,
and out of curiosity, can we flavor text it that like my right eye like oozes and like it comes out and becomes a weapon?
I like that.
Okay. I don't know how I can mark it. I'm just gonna mark it with this dude. So basically, I can move this up. Oh, I can within 60 feet of me. I have like this thing that can attack
I sold that so
whenever
hard, bro.
for my bonus action whenever, but I can't have it as a bonus action on my first turn. So
Okay.
then I'm just gonna have it. Uh, Honestly, I'm gonna have it come from behind, and I'm gonna
Okay.
roll a hit.
Sounds good.
Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit.
Cool. That's all I can really do. I'll move closer since I have such a high AC, so they can like. And I'll just move one thing closer.
Does your spiritual weapon, is it light or is it dark?
It's dark.
Okay, seeing that, they seem a little bit less scared than they might have been in the past, but they seem a little interested in you. So, yeah, we're gonna cut to Branch.
All right, I think Branch is gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position like this,
Okay.
and then also I am gonna see if I can cast. But that's a reaction. I'm gonna cast. Oh my god, sorry. I'm gonna cast. Absorb a blade ward on myself as a cantrip.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn. And my blade ward is just kind of like activates like a little bit of like a off his quarterstaff, just like some kind of like runes or something like that he carved, and just cause like it's like a little like um it's just like a little silly ball that runs around him, occasionally see if it can deflect.
Okay. So does that give like disadvantage on?
Whenever a creature makes an attack roll against you before the spell ends, it's concentration, but the attack subtracts 1d4 from the attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, so they they seem like they're getting ready to attack, but Bark, you're up first.
Okay. Bark's gonna use a new spell, and he's actually gonna go for the 2 back here, as he's gonna use Acid Splash, which
Okay.
affects within a 5-foot radius, which
Yeah.
the back 2 Kautoa are. And so it's a deck save of 13.
Deck save of 13.
Yep.
Let's see here. No. Oh, okay, one saves. And the other fails.
Okay, so the one that fails is going to take uh one one acid
Okay.
damage.
Well, he's slightly hurt and hisses, and the other one goes, nah, and like looks at him like, what's the big deal? Um, but they don't seem too interested in you. They seem more interested and the person to cast a dark spell. They are now. It's now their turn, and let's see here. How much movement do they get? Okay. Yeah, they're gonna go. This one's coming at you. This one's also coming at you, Luke. This one's also coming at you, Luke. This one's also coming at you, Luke. And this one is going to throw his spear. Okay. Luke, you have 4 attacks coming at you. With a spear. They all pull out their spears and they're just trying to kind of point, like, jab at you to maybe get you to back up. What's your AC? 19? Okay, yeah, none of them hit, but none of them crit failed. They are, strangely, they seem to be trying to stab at you a little wildly. Their eyes seem to be flittering every now and then. But yeah, they all miss. And then one of them throws his spear at you. And misses.
I like how I didn't get.
So yeah. And then it is now your turn, Luke.
Okay, for my bonus action, I'm gonna move my weapon over here, and I'm gonna try to hit him. Hopefully,
Okay.
does a nat
hits.
20 hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
I didn't get any notifications at all. Look up.
Okay, so then hopefully this should be good damage. 10 damage.
Yeah, 10 damage hurts him. He is he's a little bit. He seems to be kind of croaking a little bit, and he looks up and turns back around to see the black. What is it? What kind of weapon is it?
Oh, sword. For right
He
now, it's
sees
a sword.
He sees the dark blade, and his eyes open with like recognition and fear, and he starts to he looks like he might be running back towards the pack. Okay, Branch.
Wait,
All
I
right.
still have my action.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, for my action, I want to, I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on the one. What's the green? What's the blue mean on them?
The green one is poisoned, and the blue one has a disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for this one down here, the one in the bottom left. And apparently, I don't need to roll to hit for like inflict wounds. Oh, it's a Constitution saving throw. Oops. Okay. Will, could you make a Constitution saving throw real quick?
Of what?
Beating a 14.
Which one?
The one bottom left of me.
Okay. Well, sadly it passes.
Okay, so it'll take half damage, which is fine. Takes 8 damage.
I have a
Wait,
question.
yeah, 8
Is-
damage.
This isn't. No one's touched this one yet, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it is hurt. All of them appear to be hurting a little bit. Even the one that was just singed with a little bit of frostbite. But yeah. They all.
I know this is
appear
out
to
of
be...
order, but before the turn, I'm gonna tell Lucas to back up.
Okay. Then
Oh, but
well, then I'm gonna. I can Misty
are you
Step out of there,
making a
but then I
dex
wouldn't
throw?
have.
I can get good damage on all of them if you're okay with making a dex throw.
I can make a dex throw.
I'm gonna say something to you right now. I don't think you can misstep. You already used your bonus action with magic weapon, right?
Oh, you're right, and I wasn't gonna do it because then I would have no second level spells left.
Okay. And then
You can
so
take
you're
a lot of
just
opportunity attacks if you want.
Yeah, is that what I'm doing here? Am I taking like?
Nah, I'm gonna just roll with my dex. I should be fine. I have a +4 dex.
Okay.
So what's happening?
Nothing. I'm standing still.
I just wanted
Okay.
because I'm gonna ask something.
Go for it.
Okay, so with Lucas Luke's confirmation that he can make the dex throw, I am going to cast Dust Devil.
Okay.
It is I'm going to cast it. I'm going to hit everyone. I think I would also be. Wait, hold on. My spells. All right. Choose an occupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range. An elemental force. It's 60 feet, so within 5 feet of a point of unoccupied air. So if I can make it like this, I can hit all 3 of them within 5 feet of that cube.
Okay.
So actually, you will not need to make a dex throw, but
Go
Cool.
ahead.
have to cast Dust Devil. Make a strength saving throw against my spell save DC of 14.
Okay. And is it a grapple effect? No. Yes.
No, it's just a strength saving throw.
14. Fail. 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 Fail.
Perfect. I'm gonna do 1d8 damage. That's 7 damage, and they're all pushed 10 feet back.
Okay. Which one had 6 hit points? Wait. I'm sorry. Which one took 12 damage earlier?
This
poison one.
the green guy,
Okay. So they all take 7. They all
and
take
it pushed
7.
10 feet back.
Okay. And I think we play this as you have an opportunity attack on all 3 of them.
Yep, he does.
Luke.
Oh. Okay, sweet.
But you can only attack one of them though.
Yeah.
Ugh. Which one would be the most logical one to attack?
One of them, the one at the bottom you hit earlier seems very hurt now.
Yeah, then I'll go to hit him. 19 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool, I do 2 damage.
Okay.
This
This man is on death's door, but he's still alive.
I'm gonna flavor this as like, Branch just on with his quarterstaff, just like drawing a spiral on the ground, and it causes the Dust Devil to appear.
No, I don't think they go 10 feet like in a straight line. I'm thinking they go like outwards, right? Or does it?
I can check the spell.
Is it away from you, or just they get pushed 10 feet?
It's pushed 10 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going with like this here. So they kind of get pushed outwards. Bit of a radius. Just a tad bit.
You are
Yeah.
pushing them a little bit further than 10 feet though.
Oh, it's 10 feet? Oh, I thought it was 20. Sorry.
So 10 feet, so the 10 feet would be like right here for that one.
Yeah.
10
This
feet.
one would be. This one would be like right there. Okay. Yeah, so they get pushed 10 feet outwards from you. And they look angry. All eyes turn to Fiddlesticks. Bark, your
Oh
turn.
boy.
You so ruined my plan by doing that, by the way.
Hmm.
He also had
You
an
so
AoE.
ruined my plan when you did that.
Everyone
I'll show
has
you
AoE
why
spells.
eventually. Let's
What are you
see.
doing, Bark?
Bark is going to. I think. If I really want to do this, Bark is going to cast Thorn Whip
Okay.
on. He's gonna move forward a little bit. and then cast Thorn Whip on the one that I had marked blue.
We traded, bro.
One on which? I'm sorry.
The one I marked blue. Also, is the
Okay.
blue effect gone now since he took an attack?
The blue effect. What was that? That was the
Disadvantage on attack. And it was only till the end of his turn.
Yeah. Then yeah, he's lost that. Okay. So you're
Okay, so
casting
I'm gonna
Thorn
cast
Whip on
Thorn
him.
Whip, which is a hit DC. 9.
9. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you miss.
Okay then. Let's see. Bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. I don't think I have any bonus actions. Now to you.
Okay. They
Here we
are
go.
angry. The one in the back next to the dark weapon is scared, and he pulls a horn and blows it. From that you hear horns from every fire blown as a large bellow comes from the manor. Immediately, not so far away, you see a figure that had been crouched and apparently sleeping gets up and starts coming your way.
Mm.
These three who are now here, understanding that, hey, these guys are kind of scary when it comes to up close fighting, they all decide to go ahead and just throw their nets. They are aiming. The one closest to Branch runs up 5 feet and is ready to throw his net at Branch. This one standing next to Luke is throwing one at Bark. This one next to Luke, coming up to Luke, is throwing one at Bark. This one coming up to Luke is throwing one at Bark. Or sorry, not at Bark. Both at Luke. Both of those two are at Luke. But yeah, they are throwing their nets. They're all going to go ahead and make attacks here. Nets. All right, here we go. Interesting. One of them critically fails. What was your AC, Branch?
12, but I'm gonna cast Shield, and that gives me a +4.
Okay.
So mine's
Bark,
16.
Bark, what was your AC?
It's 13.
Okay, so they net both Bark and Branch successfully. And one of them realizing that, hey, they've already thrown a net at everyone except for Luke successfully, tries to throw one at Luke again, and critically fails. Luke, you have 2 nets at your feet, so congratulations, you're now the proud owner of 2 nets. And these 2 boys fall over prone. The 2 ones in front of you. This one here, and then this one here. This one, and this one. Okay. The last one decides to take 5, 10, 15 to try and net Luke again, and fails. So now, Luke, you are the proud owner of
Jesus.
3 nets. Yeah, and it's just Net City over there with you. They all appear to be happy. Anyone? By the way, you guys can use your action to make a DC 10 strength check to free yourself. Those of you who are in nets.
Also, Will,
Uh-huh.
me casting Shield, like even though it did fail, but me casting an abjuration spell like that activates my arcane ward. So like, as he threw the net at me, even if it hit me, like I try to cast Shield, and I guess I can flavor it that I do have something set up across my body, like a whole like a weird invention. That when that goes off, just there's like a protective force around me, a shield.
That's cool. Yeah. That's what happens there. Yeah, we start with Luke. Luke, your allies are netted up, but there's one right next to you.
Okay. First things first for my bonus action, I'm gonna move here and try to stab that one again because why not? Gotta hope this hits. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 6 damage.
This thing is on the brink of death and is calling out.
I wish I had like an area of effect thing because they're so low. Uh, I think I'm just gonna do a mace attack on
The one above you.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm guessing a
19
19
hits.
hits.
Yep.
Okay, 5 damage.
Okay. This one is on the brink of death and crying out for help. Yeah. That was your turn. Branch. If you can make a DC 10 strength saving throw.
Okay, I have a -1, but we're gonna go for it. I crit failed.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're trapped under this net.
All right, then, as a bonus action, I can't use that yet, so I am just chilling.
Okay. Bark, you're under a net. DC 10 strength saving throw if you want to get out.
I'm not going to do that because, as anybody who's looking at the spot where Bark once was, he is now empty as he misty steps out.
Fair. All right.
And up to 30 feet, I am going to go right. I see the member after I get rid of my ruler.
That's one thing I like about this is you don't have to worry about what's like 5, 10 feet. You got a ruler for it.
There it is.
Perfect.
And then he just kind of pops right there.
Okay.
And then he's going to cast Acid Splash within a 5-foot radius of. I draw the circle. These three.
All right. Go ahead.
And so they have to succeed a Dex 13.
Fail.
I'm just gonna roll my
Pass.
damage. 2.
All right. What happens if they fail?
Um, just the damage.
Okay. The one closest to the dark blade feels the acid and just like starts freaking out and passes out, and it smells like rotten fish. That one is dead. I'm gonna highlight these in black to show that they're dead. He is dead. The other one, the top one, he passes and turns to look at you. He looks like he's about to come back. He's like, wait a second, didn't we just net that guy? And then the other one takes some damage, but not enough to murder him. He just seems a little angry. So yeah.
Literally get shot through a wall.
Okay.
We now go to their turn. The whip is coming your way. He's going 5, 10, 15, 20. And he pulls out, let's see here. I haven't seen this one in a little bit here. He has a staff, a pincer staff. And he first goes in for a bite. He's trying to take a chunk out of Bark. Wait, hold on, does he have? Yeah, he is.
Actually, I realized I was wrong. I have an armor class of 14.
14?
There's no Warforged on D&D
Okay.
Beyond that I could use from. I forgot to add +1 for their kind of like built-in armor.
Well, I'm glad you said that because he missed that first time, and he misses the second time. Yeah, he's not having a good day.
All because I got
But
shot
yeah,
through a
he looks at you. He seems kind of angry. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, and he seems pretty angry. He seems like he might do something else pretty soon. Um, the little fish boys, realizing that their buddy is here, um, this one runs up here. And this one runs over to Fiddlesticks to start trying to drag him away. And he's going to try and drag Fiddlesticks 5 feet away here. But yeah, these two are going to attack you. Hold on. With just normal. Oops, I just tore my page. That sucks. With normal bites. You said your AC is 14?
Uh, my AC is 12.
Not you,
Oh,
Fiddlesticks, sorry. Yes. Yeah, they all miss you. They don't, no one can take a bite out of Bart. And then one of them goes for Luke and misses. So Luke, they have all missed. One has started to drag Fiddlesticks away. What's happening? What's going on?
I'm gonna have my spiritual weapon move here, and I'm gonna have it attack the green guy real quick before I do anything.
Okay. Spiritual weapon is moved.
Okay, does a unnat 20 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. 5 damage.
Yeah, you murder this man. He is sliced in half, and it smells like raw fish. Kind of gross.
Okay, so now I'm gonna move because I don't have an opportunity attack
Right.
over here, and I'm gonna make I'm gonna do Toll the Dead. So can he make a wisdom? No, not Toll the Dead. My bad. Cure Wounds. Not Cure Wounds. Damn. Inflict Wounds. So could he make a Constitution saving throw of 14?
Sure thing. He fails.
Cool. So he takes 15 damage.
Okay. He takes 15. Wow.
Yeah.
This man, he goes down, and he is gonzo. He croaks, so to say. And it just, his body is torn limb from limb. Um, Hold on one second. But yeah, he's torn limb from limb, and he is down for the count. He's gone. It smells like rotten fish over here too. You can, I'd say you could probably use your bonus action to help Branch, and he, well, you've already used your bonus action actually. Branch, you would have to.
Yeah.
It's up to you now, but it is your turn if you want to try and save out from under this.
Oh boy. Okay. Nope. I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah. No. Good luck next time, I guess. Yeah. Back to Bark. Bark.
Let me see. I think Bark is going to use Frostbite on the Kautoa Whip.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Constitution save 13. Yeah, no, it fails.
Okay. Here's the
Bro.
1d6 frost damage, and now it has disadvantage on the next weapon roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
How much damage you say it did?
It did 4 damage.
Okay. And it has disadvantage. Okay.
Yep.
The whip kind of takes the damage and looks at you, and a few of its, like, it has a little bit of some scales, and some of the scales shed off to show new scales, and it just kind of starts clicking at you with like a weird smile. um you you see it click at a different one, and it raises its horn, and the other one raises its horn, but this time they're two different noises, and you hear a horn from the main building respond. Nothing happens immediately. um but yeah, uh the whip is going to take the disengage action, and it's about this 20 feet that he disappears from your sight into a puddle, a muddy puddle, and continues on. The other two that pulled their horns out do the same thing, except they're not going to disengage, so you will get 2 attacks of opportunities.
And I think he's probably going to take it on the top one.
Okay.
And he's just going to probably frostbite that one as well.
Okay.
So con save 13.
Fail.
1 frost damage.
Nice. He's ever more hurt.
And also
Um
disadvantage.
they disappear into another muddy puddle. You guys are in the swamp, just FYI. But yeah, you see the campfires before you, referring to our diagram on the right. You are here. The horn has sounded from here. And if you take a minute to look around, you see movement everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, the ones in front of you have disappeared into the water.
I'm gonna actually, real quick, I'm gonna channel divinity real quick and create an identical clone of myself.
Okay.
Okay. I suggest that we lay low, and I'm gonna have this clone of me run the other direction, hoping that they follow them.
Okay. So you do that, and nothing happens.
Well, I have a proposition. How long of a space do we have in between that we're just waiting here?
You have, I don't know, a few minutes. This is like in between combats.
All right, then I am going to see. Well, do I have enough time without rolling to get out of the net at this point?
Yeah, you have plenty of time.
Okay, so I am gonna cast alarm.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna choose this 20-foot area where we are. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Whoops. I'm gonna move out to like here, and then around me. So 20 feet around me.
Okay.
So if everyone wants to get into this area, as soon as any creature enters into this area, I am regardless of where they are, if they're invisible and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like
So
if even I'm assuming them going into the water maybe means that they're or like going into puddles, they're like traveling, like out of sight. So I think even if they enter into this area, we'll get alarmed.
how tall and like low does this go?
This is just a 20-foot area all around me.
Okay. And it's not flat. It's like cube.
It's a cube, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You wait and you wait, and what are you guys doing?
Um I guess if
Doesn't
we
seem like
can't see
they're
anything, then
if they're not gonna be directly attacking us, I guess we could just go to the house. Like, I can actually cast Pass Without a Trace, which would greatly increase our stealth in case we need that.
okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay, so as long as everybody stays within 30 feet of me, we get a +10. If we have to roll stealth for anything, we add +10 to it.
Okay. So yeah, are you guys approaching the house now?
Yeah.
Or are you just staying put? There's plenty of or you're running away.
I think we're
I
gonna
mean, we
approach the
were.
house.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll.
as you go ahead.
Oh no, no, you go. That was basically the end
As
of what I had.
as you pass, the fire that you pass, it disappears. It goes out. As you pass the next fire, that fire passes, like, goes out. And as you go, because you know that the line of approach is like straight, right? Oops. Well, as straight as I can be with the mouse. As you are going just straight in, um, each fire keeps going out. And about the fourth fire, you cast Pass Without Trace, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. About the fourth fire, could I get you all to roll stealth first and then perception?
I got a 25 for spec because it adds
I got a
10.
I got a 28.
I got a 15.
Okay. And then perceptions?
18.
Ugh, I got a 7.
Art doesn't see anything as he rolled in that one,
Oh my god.
and that is
Would you
fine.
say 18? 18 for Branch?
For Fiddlesticks, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no. There's something breathing in the water.
Do I
Ew.
know where?
Quite a few somethings all around you. This is like a nice, like, this is a murky swamp. It appears that, like, that could be a puddle or that could be a puddle. Your shoes are muddy.
I'm gonna let them know and cast Blade Ward on myself just so I have that.
Well, would that like give away our stealth?
I don't think so. And
Okay.
if these things are all around us and about to pop up, I'm not gonna open myself up to 80 attacks without some kind of like
Well, real, but
deterrent.
do we even know if they know that we're here? Because we rolled pretty decently with stealth.
I don't think Blade Ward's gonna give off our stealth.
Okay.
It's just something you
So,
cast on yourself.
so you guys are walking through. From what you can discern, they're they are basically all around this path. They are hiding underneath the puddles, alighting this path. There appears to be like a simple bridgeway. Are you just continuing forward?
Do I know where they are in the puddles
Yeah,
from that 18?
you can like every now and then you catch a glimpse of like an eyeball flickering in the water.
Okay.
It's very muddy,
Then
very dark water. Hello, Swift.
I'm gonna. Would this be out of? Would I have to roll combat or roll initiative or
Um,
because I'm trying to do an idea I have with like my quarterstaff.
that's a great question. And as you all are walking through this murky, awful, terrible swamp with these fish people who want to murder you, and there's a manor in front of you where maybe there was some sort of sacrifice or eating or something happened, we're going to take a bio break. We will be back in a little bit. See you all pretty soon.